Materials for your scale will be a hanger, yarn, paper cups, a hole punch, and scissors. And for materials to weigh, you can use pebbles, pom-poms, small household items, shells, twigs, and small toys that you have. Here are my 2 cups, my hanger, my hole punch, some scissors, and my yarn. So now we can begin making our balance scale. First, I'm going to start by hole punching 3 holes into each of the cups. So we're going to have 3 holes in each cup. Your 3 holes are going to be punched in a triangle shape near the top closest to the rim. Now, if you don't have a hole punch and you are using paper cups, you can use the pointy end of a pencil to carefully and slowly poke the holes into your paper cups instead of using a hole punch if you don't have it. But now that those are done, it is now time for us to cut our string. So we're going to take our yarn and measure out our string to be as long as our hanger. So we are going to need 3 strings for each hanger. So that is going to be 6. So using our scissors, we're going to measure out 6 strings that are the same length as our hanger. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we can separate them in half, 3 and 3 for each cup. Because now our next step is to tie our strings together so that we can attach them to our cup. So I'm just taking the 3 strings, or 3 pieces of yarn, and tying a knot at one end. And then we will have a knot that looks like this. And I'm going to pull the strings right to the edge so that I can trim them to be the same length. This is just going to help our cup sit more evenly. And then we're just going to do the same thing to the other 3 strings that we have. We're going to tie a knot on one end, and then we're going to compare it to the rest of the strings that we cut so that they can be even as well, and then we'll give those a snip. And now our strings are even thanks to our scissors, and we can put those away because we won't need them anymore. Then we can take one set of our strings that we tied and take the 3 loose ends and attach them to the 3 holes that we made earlier. Just by tying one simple knot and making sure that it's as tight as we can get it. And this is what your cup should look like when it is all tied and put together. Next, we're going to take the other set of strings and attach it to our second cup. Now you should have 2 cups attached to their strings. And now we can be ready to put together our scale. You can hang your balance scale anywhere that is going to be safe and sturdy for all of the objects that you're going to put in, and just safe enough to hold your balance scale up. And now that our balance scale is ready, we can start testing out our scale with some objects that I have. I have a variety of different balls and spheres that I found. I've got popsicle sticks and pom-poms. And I've also got some pieces of shell here, as well as pebbles and some twigs too. And now it's time to test our scale out. First, I'm going to start with this big ball we have. See that it is a bit heavier, and I'm wondering how many of these pebbles would it take to even out our scale? Before we begin counting our pebbles, what is your guess? How many pebbles will equal the weight of the ball? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 pebbles so far, and we're still not even, so I'm gonna add more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you see it moving, 11, 12, 13, and 14. It looks like our scales have evened out with us using 14 pebbles. What was your guess? Was it close to the number 14? You can also compare different objects to see which ones will be heavier. And you can make guesses too. So the boat is in and the ball is heavier than the boat. Next, maybe we'll see this glue bottle compared to some tape. Which one do you think will be heavier and which one do you think will be lighter? Our tape is in, weighing it down. And now we can add our glue to see which will be heavier and lighter. And we can see that the glue is heavier than the tape because the glue is weighing our scale down more than it is on the tape side. You can also compare same quantities of different things. I'm going to use 4 pieces of shell and compare them to 4 pom-poms and see what the difference in their weight is. Which one is going to weigh more? And it looks like our 4 shells weigh more than our 4 pom-poms. I wonder what kind of objects you'll use and find for your balance scale. I hope you all have fun with this activity. Mama P, thanks for watching.